Did you ever dig a hole and wonder, how the heck did this soil come into existence? Right, it's one of the questions that keeps us all up at night. Well, if you're wondering, we have some facts here for you about soil formation, and as we know, loam wasn't built in a day. So let's get started. The process of soil formation, called pedogenesis, is the conversion of rock into soil. We'll label this rock here as the parent material. Soil formation involves both the physical and chemical weathering of the parent material. Let's briefly break down these concepts. First, physical weathering. You split up parent rocks into smaller pieces. This can be caused by, for instance, wind or flowing water. Second is chemical weathering, in which the minerals in the rock are chemically decomposed and recomposed. These reactions include hydrolysis, oxidation, reduction, and carbonation. Notably, you're not just breaking down minerals, you're also forming new ones. But it's more complicated than this neat process of turning parent material into soil via weathering, because one single parent material can have numerous resulting soils. How is this possible? So we have these physical and chemical weathering processes occurring, but there are also factors that influence the rate and type of weathering. Certain overarching categories are climate, organisms, and topographical relief. First, climate can influence weathering in numerous ways. To mention just a few, temperature and moisture availability impact chemical reaction rates. Precipitation also causes the leaching of compounds through soil. Let's turn to organisms as a soil forming factor. Plant roots contribute to physical weathering by breaking up the parent material. Soil microbes impact soil properties in various ways. They can influence the cycling of nutrients such as phosphorus and nitrogen, in part due to their functions as decomposers and mineralizers. But microbes and plant roots also produce organic acids that contribute to chemical weathering of parent rock. And the famous Charles Darwin himself studied the influence of worms on soil formation. Our next category is topographical relief. Think of this as the relative elevation and slope of a landscape. Topography influences the presence of water in soil and thus affects the process of chemical weathering. And then the factor that overshadows all the rest, time. Every one of these soil-forming processes is linked to time. As J.R.R. Tolkien writes, time slays king, ruins town, and beats high mountain down. This is certainly true. Time is necessary to weather any mountain into particles. So, to review our 5 soil-forming factors, we have parent rock, climate, organisms, topography, and time. And we looked at the various processes of weathering that are necessary to convert parent rock into soil constituents. Thanks for joining, and have fun digging holes.